So good morning, RecLink family, and welcome to Terrific Tuesday. Plenty on the schedule as per normal, including a few new programs. But right now, here and now, we are doing some meditation with Karen. But as you can see, the day is action-packed, so please feel free to stick around for one session or maybe more. We do appreciate you joining in when you can. We will just do an acknowledgement of country. And before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the First Nations people as the original inhabitants of this country. We recognise, respect and celebrate the cultural distinctions and traditions of Indigenous people and value their rich and positive contributions to society. We pay our respects to the traditional owners and custodians of the land we work on and acknowledge all elders and warriors past, present and emerging. So thank you so much for that, Brendan, and I will just throw straight over to you, Karen.
Thanks, Sam. Welcome everyone to this morning's meditation. This week our theme is awareness, so being aware of how our thoughts and our emotions affect our behaviour. We're going to start off in a comfortable position. So what does that look like for you, whether it be lying on the floor or whether it be sitting in your meditation seat? Just taking the time now to adjust yourself and then come to your breath. Simply just notice, observe your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Awareness is taking the journey inward, being aware of what comes up in challenging situations. We're aware every day of everything that's around us in our environment, but we don't really pay attention to what comes up inside of us and where do these feelings come from. And this is where our growth comes from, guys. It's just being aware of why you respond a certain way to things. So as you take the journey inward, I'm going to get you to focus on your breath. Noticing the smooth movement of the breath as it moves in through your nostrils. And then as it leaves your nostrils. With every breath, allowing your body to relax a little bit more. Feeling your heart rate slow. Just noticing in the body where you're feeling tension, I want you to relax it. Whether it be your glutes, your hips. If you're feeling any pain at all, I want you to adjust your position so you're able to remain still and just focus on your breath. I'm going to start off with a full body relaxation. So taking your focus down to the body part I mentioned at the time. Starting with your feet. I want you to relax your left foot. Relax your left calf. Relax your left thigh. Again, taking your focus down to your right foot. Relax your right calf. And relax your right thigh. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow your hips to sink into the floor. Just let go. Relax your left hand. Your left forearm. and your left upper arm. Taking your focus down to your right hand. Relax your right forearm, palm of your right hand. Relax your fingers. Relax your right upper arm. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow your shoulders to sink deep into the floor. If your shoulders are hunched up by your ears, I want you to pull them down, whether it be down your mat, or just lower them down towards the floor in your seated posture. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes and your eye sockets. Just allow them to release, to become heavy. And relax your forehead. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to relax a little bit deeper in your position. And simply just come back to your breath. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Your awareness back to the present moment. Enjoying that place of stillness. Something that you don't have to strive for. It's always there. And as you sit here in your meditation seat or lying on your back, you're going to get distracted from the noise around you. I want you to take your attention to a noise that you may hear in the distance. And then bring your attention back to your breath. Take your attention to a noise you can hear close by. And then bring your attention back to your breath. Now I'm going to take the time to clear your mind. So just acknowledging what thoughts are coming up right now. And as you acknowledge them, you let them go. Just allow them to fade. And then come back to your breath. Maybe there's some emotions or feelings that you're feeling right now. I want you to label that emotion, whether it be stress, fear, frustration, and then come back to your breath. As you continue to breathe, I want to talk you through what awareness is. So if we hold any tension in our lives, we've got to ask ourselves, what is it in that tension that we're afraid of, or that upsets us? And then again, being aware of whether that tension is what you believe is caused by someone else. So one thing that's good to remember is that you cannot blame anyone else for your tension, for any stresses or challenges in your life. If you need to find true peace and happiness, you need to accept that you're in control of your emotions and your behaviors. You need to be aware of what it is that upsets you. And if you keep on blaming someone else, you will never find that place of happiness and contentment. When we respond to stressful situations, and often the responses are automatic straight away, it comes from our unconscious mind. And it comes from past experiences that we store in our mind, and different situations, maybe people or words that are said, and it could be even something that you sense or smell, will trigger those experiences and make you either feel threatened by that situation or person, so any situation or person is neutral, and it's our spin that we put on it that decides whether we're affected by it, whether it's a good or bad feeling. And that's where awareness comes in, guys. This is where your growth happens. This is where you can let go of things that don't serve you. Simply by pausing before you respond to any situation and ask yourself with some introspection, ask yourself, what is it that I'm afraid of in that situation? Or what upsets me about that situation? Rather than allowing our automatic response or our triggers or our past experiences to determine how we're going to feel or how we behave or our emotions regarding that present moment. So awareness is being aware of how these thoughts and emotions that pop in your mind affect you in the present moment. When you pause and take a breath before you respond, you see how your mind controls your reactions. Our job is just to observe it. You're in control. You observe it, you stand back, and then you decide how you're going to respond. You decide whether that situation warrants stress and to put your health and wellness at risk, or whether you're going to let it go and just focus on your own peace and contentment. And the more you practice this, because these aren't skills that we're taught, the more you practice this, the easier it gets. And this is when your growth happens. So once you start working on yourself, guys, and this is what I've been doing for the last few years of my life, is working on these situations. Is once you start working on yourself and you start to grow, start to feel good about yourself and empowered, you let go of negativity. You learn more about yourself. Once you start to work on you, you begin to read other people and the way they behave a certain way. You begin to understand and become aware of the way people respond to you. It's got nothing to do with you, and it's their triggers, their situation, their experiences. Remember always that you're in control of your response. You control how you respond to things. You control what path you take. You control everything in your life. This is what leads to healing and happiness. and accepting that you're responsible for your own healing and happiness and your behaviors in your life takes courage. It's not easy. When you think about it, it's the only path that you can take. You're responsible for your own life. I'm now going to move you into a silent meditation where I play the bowls and you just focus on your breath. Focus on your breath and the space, the stillness, and just observe what arises in that space. Not having an expectation, just creating a space and being patient and kind with yourself just allows anything to come forth without our need to judge it or criticize it. As you do this, you'll be distracted. I want you to bring your attention back to your breath once you notice your distraction. We'll continue for a few minutes as you just observe. Just be aware.
Now bring your attention back to your breath. Knowing the breath as it moves in through your nostrils, into your belly, and as it exits your nostrils. Continue to breathe this way, using your breath as your anchor. As your awareness. Awareness is a powerful skill. But the more you practice it, the easier it gets. And it's only learnt not from the external things around you, from your environment and the people that are in your life. It's by taking the journey inward into who you are, into what makes you who you are today, and as to why. The path to awareness is only travelled by taking the journey inward. Slowly bring your attention to the body and how it feels on the mat or on your cushion. Slowly moving, whether it be your fingers and your toes. And as you continue to breathe, you're going to make your way up into seated posture. Bringing your hands to your heart space, checking in with how you're feeling right now. And I want you to allow that feeling to linger throughout your day, regardless of what you're doing. If it's in your practice,
Taking your hands up to your forehead and namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me this afternoon. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Check out the schedule, it's always awesome. Thanks guys, love and gratitude, namaste.